Our good friend Coach D is back with us to talk more about MAGA's fake outrage. But before we get to that, I highly encourage everyone to go over to his channel. It is Coach D Spoke. I'm going to tag it in the description below. You know, we're in the middle of Pride Month, and every year MAGA brings the same talking points to the table. They bring all their fake outrage. And every year they love to bring across this talking point, which is, why do they get an entire month and veterans only get one day? Well, Coach D is here with us to completely destroy this argument. Take it away, Coach.
What's up, everyone? I'm Coach D. Hey, if you haven't yet, hop on over to the YouTube page and subscribe. I really appreciate the support. So Turning Point USA is happening again. And this is basically a hate fest where the Christian nationalist right all stand in line to get on stage to see who can create the most bigoted sound bites of the entire indoctrination symposium. So without further ado, let's talk about Candace Owens. But just so you understand the level of intellect we're dealing with when we talk about Candace Owens, let's flash back to this hot take from her.
I just joined the NRA. I happen to fall into the window of people that knows my history. I'm a Black American, and I know that the NRA was started as a civil rights organization, training Black Americans to arm themselves and defend themselves against the KKK. So it's incredulous to me that they stand on that platform.
I've never heard that before. That's so interesting.
It is. It's incredibly interesting, and it's so important because what the Democrats have been so successful at is wiping away history and rewriting it, okay? So it's very important that Black Americans take a stand and defend the NRA in the same way that they defended us.
There is nothing like someone sitting 10 toes down and being so confidently wrong. First of all, she falls in the window of Black Americans who don't know their history at all, because that statement she made was 100% false. Go to the NRA's page. You can read their history and why they were founded, and you will see nothing about Black people and the civil rights movement, because she's lying. In fact, the only time the NRA took a stand related to Black people is when they supported gun control when the Black Panthers started arming themselves. But understand something. This is why Fox News, Charlie Kirk, and other nationalist types have embraced her, because there's nothing like having a Black person say explicitly what bigots have to say implicitly to avoid scrutiny. This is why Candace Owens is allowed at Turning Point USA. She is probably told to keep her speech focused on denigrating the Black community and the LGBTQ community.
It would be one thing if we sent our boys overseas and they came back and they were treated well. Look at the way they treat our veterans. Look at the way they treat our veterans. Look at the VA. It's a disaster. You mean to tell me that our veterans get one day and the LGBTQLM never-ending alphabet community gets an entire month? Really comprehend how disrespectful that is.
No, you know what's actually disrespectful? Is you standing up there grandstanding and not knowing that the month right before Pride Month, less than a month ago, the month of May, is Military Appreciation Month. And the reason Candace and Kirk and everyone at Turning Point USA didn't know this is because they don't care about the military. They only care about grandstanding, bigotry, and hate. You would think they would know this, since Memorial Day is always celebrated in May. But that's not even all. National Veterans and Military Families Month is in November. You know exactly when we celebrate Veterans Day? But again, they don't care because that doesn't fit their agenda. And you know, there's a damn month for everything. So I'm not sure why anyone listening to these speeches didn't know there would probably be a Veterans Month. Just for shits and giggles, I thought, I wonder if there's a pickle month. Yep, July is pickle month. And do these people realize there's only 12 months in a year? Many causes share months with other causes. This is just another fake controversy perpetuated by the far-right Christian nationalist bigots who are just looking for another reason to fully display their hate for the LGBTQIA+ community. Their disdain for this community and the lies that they tell leads to bullying and violence toward the community, and it's the exact reason Pride Month is needed. This fake caring about military families and veterans only happens during the month of June when we're celebrating Pride Month. I went to the pages of Charlie Kirk, Turning Point USA, and Candace Owens. I looked at the months of May and November, and the only mention of military families and veterans was on Memorial Day and Veterans Day. They had 2 entire months, the entire month of May and November, to talk about, acknowledge, and observe veterans and their families and all of the issues that they talk about during the month of June. They had 2 entire months to talk about the importance of putting more money toward the VA. They had 2 entire months to talk about the importance of mental health awareness for military families and veterans. And they didn't talk about them at all because they don't care. This is Blue Lives Matter again. They didn't care about blue lives until we started talking about black lives, just like they don't care about any month being used to observe any other cause until we start talking about Pride Month. Today's Republican Party is unserious. They don't care about love. They don't care about empathy. They don't care about inclusion. They don't even care about solutions. They only care about grandstanding, bigotry, and hate. Period.